Alrighty, folks, good evening and welcome here to Eastern Hancock High School as we're getting ready to kick off this year's 2025 softball season. The Eastern Hancock Royals are set to take on the New Pal Dragons here. I know we don't have any, our sound has been kind of messing up. We're trying a couple different things here. That's wrong knob. There we go. Hopefully that sounds a little better to you guys. Trying not to blast my eardrums out, but still make it loud enough for you guys. Had some typical first game of the season kind of technical difficulties. We haven't had much of a chance to get out and test anything with spring break and all the kind of nasty, gross weather we had over spring break. But we do appreciate you guys tuning in and watching here today, spending your evening with us to see how these two teams are going to fare here in this young season. We're getting ready to we have introductions here for each team. You're going to notice Royals look a little different than they have in years past. Graduated a lot of seniors last year, but still have some really exciting players and a lot of talent back. This team just kind of reloaded, so looking forward to a great year as we step aside here for the national anthem. All right, we're getting ready to get underway here. I'm hoping that my game changer loads here soon so I can see the New Pal roster. Right now it's a little difficult from my vantage point to see who's who. Looks like the Royals are going to start with Kenneth Stewart on the mound. Brooklyn Headley there is the catcher. It's going to be a windy evening here. If we look at, see if I still have this, that's pull up. That's the radar about 20 minutes ago. So it looks like we should stay clear as far as storms go, but I would not be surprised. The wind, if you could see the flag out there in left field, has been tremendous. They said it's been about sustained 25-mile-an-hour winds with gusts of 30. And looking out here, I don't think you're going to see very many home runs hit out to right field tonight. So you don't going to see a lot of home runs, period. That wind is blowing straight, basically from right field straight into the left to the third base dugout there is where that thing's blowing. So, again, you're going to see a lot of stuff stay down, a lot of potential balls that maybe should be caught get dropped tonight, some errors due to the wind. So up here first for the Dragons, the number 2, looks like Jersey Gross to lead off this young season here. Stewart looks in, gets fouled away for strike number 1 there. Second pitch. On its way, right down the middle, and hits a little dribbler right between short and third base, and that's going to get her on first. And that will bring up number 19, Maddie Engel, the senior. So again, runner on first is Gross. Pitch there, hit high, deep center field. And that is snagged by Truitt, and that'll be the first out of the game. Went far, but that's probably one that if that wind doesn't catch that, it probably takes it. But that's going to be out number 1 as Engel flies out to center field. Nice snag there by Truitt. Emery Truitt, the senior. She's pretty fast. She can cover a lot of space out there in center field. So now up, Hershey, batting third for the Dragons. Stewart sends one down, and it's going to be fouled away back towards us for strike number 1. Katie Hershey, the senior first baseman. Wearing Peyton Manning's number, 18 here. So 0-1 pitch here. Stewart sends it in, high, strike 1. Or strike 2 after the foul ball. So 0-2 count now for Hershey. 1 out, runner on first. So here's the 0-2 pitch for Stewart. High and outside. Gross is going to make it safely around to second. 1 ball, 2 strikes now. With Gross now in scoring position over on second base. Again, we want to thank everybody for joining us. Beautiful day, but windy, and it's going to storm like crazy tonight, so I can understand some people staying home. 1-2 pitch, fouled right back at us. Hershey staying alive. McKenna Stewart is a really, really good pitcher. She had a nice season last year. I don't have her stats in front of me for her record last year, but had a really nice low ERA. Came in. She and Tatum Adams tag teamed it last year and took us all the way to the semi-state game. As Hershey fouls back another. That's 3 foul balls in this at bat for Hershey. Going to run out of balls at this at bat if she keeps this up. So again, Gross on second. Stewart's pitch. High, fouls that one up, and now to play as well. Brooklyn Headley thought she could get after it, but no can do. Quick rundown for the Royals. At first base is Cheyenne Evans. Then Hannah Whitgren at second. Nico Engelking at short. That would be Macy Martin at third. I'll get the outfield when we come back after this pitch. 1-2 pitch, 1 out here. Hershey still at the plate. Low and inside. Gets by Headley. Gross is going to get third. It's now Gross at third base with one out. Outfield and right is Tara McClintock. Emery Truitt in center, and McKenna Mason out there in third for the Royals. So Gross with a couple steals here in the first game of the season. 2-2 count for Hershey. Stewart right down the middle, but they're saying a little bit low. That's going to load the count, 3-2. Runner on third, big pitch here early on in this game. If you can get a strikeout, it eliminates the ability for them to try to get a sacrifice fly out there. Bloops that one up, caught by the second baseman, Whitgren, and that's going to be 2 outs. Nice pitch. She could only get the handle of the bat on it. So now 2 outs, runner on third, and now, again, they're not going to be able to put down a sacrifice here. So nice pitching here early on from Stewart. Up to bat now, number 12, Peyton Dye, the sophomore. Stewart's pitch inside, ball 1. One 0, 2 out. Gross on third. That one's high, but she takes it anyway. Headley can't quite get to it. It's going to come over the backstop, so a foul ball. Ton of foul balls here by the Dragons. And you don't know if, I don't know because I'm not knowledgeable enough. Is Stewart just doing a great job of putting them in places where they're reaching for them? Or is it just early in the season, still not fully in the rhythm and, you know, making contact like you would maybe in late May when you've been playing every day for 2 months? Pops that one out to left field. It's up, and it drops. Mason couldn't get to it, and that's going to send Dye to second base. Gross scores, and first points of the game, first runs of the game, go to the New Pal Dragons. Off that Dye double. I can't see her jersey to see who's up to bat right now because the umpire's in my way. She got the handle of the bat, flies up, and it's going to carry. Wind's going to carry it out. That is number 27, Sadie Miller. So the wind took that one. Would have been a routine fly ball out there to Mason, but those 25-mile-an-hour winds pushed it out into the batting cage. So Miller with an 0-1 count here. High ball number 1. So 1-1 count. Again, McKenna Stewart, the senior on the mound here for the Royals. That one's low and inside. Ball number 2. Two 2-1 count. Runner on second. That is Dye out there on second. Stewart's pitch, high. Make it ball 3. So 3-1 count for Miller. Oh, there we go. Miller thought that one was going to be a ball, but just in the armpit zone there. Gives it a strike for Stewart. So full count, 2 outs. See if we can get out of this inning with only one run earned here. Miller staring down Stewart. Stewart sends it in. Miller's going to foul it away. That one's back out of play. Staying alive right now. Full count. Stewart looks into Headley. Winds up, sends it down, popped into short right field, and it drops. Dye's going to make it home, and Miller's going to make it to first. That's 2 runs now, and that's a heartbreaker because with a full count, instead of getting out of the inning, you end up with another run scored. It just popped over the head of Whitgren and Evans and right in front of Tara McClintock. So that was a nice shot there from Sadie Miller. Inside there, this one is Sadie Hughbanks, number 11. I believe Hughbanks is the pitcher as well. We'll have to confirm. I didn't get a lineup card, so I'm not 100% sure. Hughbanks pops it up to right field, and it dropped it. Tara dropped it, and Hughbanks is going to get to, or let it get dropped in front of her. I shouldn't say she dropped it, but drops down, and Hughbanks now on first with Miller over on third. Runners in the corners for the Dragons. Little discussion here as I believe we got a courtesy runner over there on first now. Kenna Tweedy, the junior, now up to bat. Again, runners in the corners for the Dragons. 2 outs. 2-0 lead for the Dragons. Tweedy sends that one high. Truitt gets under it. Truitt makes the play, and that's out number 3 with no more damage. We'll take it right there. Nice play, Truitt with 2 of our outs. The senior stepping up big here as we'll head to the bottom of the inning, and the Royals will see their first at bats. We'll be right back after a word from these sponsors.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Okay, so we're back here. Getting ready to start the second inning here. Or not the second, sorry, the bottom of the first inning. New Pal Dragons lead the Eastern Hancock Royals 2-0. Although, again, that could have been a lot more. A couple runners get stranded there in the inning. So, good D there by the Royals to close it out. Now let's see what we can do with the bats. Again, I'm waiting on a lineup card here to see exactly who's playing where for the Royals and for the Dragons. Okay, so looks like McKenna Mason up first for the Royals. That one's going to be right down the middle. Strike one. There for Eubanks. So 0-1 count here for Mason. Bunts that one up and bunts it foul. So that's going to be strike number two. Looking here at the lineup for, I was going to say the lineup for the Dragons. Eubanks is pitching. Hershey on first. Gross at second. Engel at short. Dye at third. Wagner in left. Miller in center. Cromwell in right. That one doesn't quite catch the plate. Ball number one. And Trebley. I don't see Trebley on my roster anywhere. She's listed as the catcher. I can't see her number. 33, that would be, oh, Catherine Trebley, yes. Help if I'd look. That one's going to be low. Two-two count here for Mason. You know, started out 0-2. She got hit on that one. I thought it missed her, but nope. They're going to say it did miss her. I was going to say, I thought it missed her. Started out 0-2. Got 3 straight balls now from Eubanks. See if Mason can get on base here either with a hit or with another ball. Eubanks sends that one down into the dirt, and Mason's going to make it to first base on a walk. Hannah Whitgren's up next. Eubanks' pitch high, but Whitgren swings at it and misses it. She would have cranked that thing the way she swung. It was a nice cut by Whitgren. Strike number one. See if Mason can go get second. They're pretty far off second base there. Whitgren's going to pop that one up. That's caught and double play. Nice snag there by Engel. Flips it over to Hershey. And Whitgren and Mason both out just like that. Nice play from the Dragons. Tough break if you're the Royals. Man, that was a nice play by Engel. And that's what you expect out of your seniors, too. We saw Truitt make a couple good plays out there in center for us. Strike one there to Cheyenne Evans. Swing and a miss, strike two. See if we can make contact here. He's got a huge hole right there in right center field, and I know with the wind it's hard to get it there, but if you can just go right over the pitcher's head. High and outside, ball one. I want to say thank you to everyone who is tuned in and watching here, folks. Got 40 viewers here on this windy, blustery Wednesday afternoon. Oh, that one hit her. So there we go. It's one way to get on base, Cheyenne. Take one for the team, right? So Eubanks hits her. That's going to bring up Emery Truitt now. They have a little meeting between the pitcher and catcher. Here we go. All right, so Evans on first, Truitt up to bat. First pitch here from Eubanks. Right down the middle, strike. Second pitch, right on the edge, strike two. 0-2 count here for Truitt. My camera froze for a second. That one's high and outside, ball one. Again, if you're just tuning in, I want to say bear with us through the technical difficulties we're having. We're having some, we have brand new internet out here at the softball field for the first time, and it's causing some issues as Truitt swings and misses at that one. Strike three. And so we are having some technical issues that maybe normally wouldn't have, but it's going to be awesome to have internet out here finally. So we'll step aside as we head to the top of the second with New Pal on top of Eastern Hancock, 2-0. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
One thing I love about Nine Star is seeing how much this cooperative gives back to our community. They are always sponsoring and supporting our youth organizations. This is a huge part of our community and makes it a great place where we live. Encourage everybody to realize.
Not sure why we lost the commercial right in the middle of it. I probably bumped something. In case you're curious, here's a live look at the radar. All the storms, that is, as of 2 minutes ago, everything's still out in Illinois. Over by St. Louis, probably the stuff that's going to hit us. So I think we're probably in a pretty good spot to get this game in. So Stewart, low, strike one, though. Again, the umpire's right in the way of my batter. That's Trebley, the catcher. Trebley gets a hold of that one, sends it right out there to right field, and that one's going to be snagged by McClintock. Out number one. And again, those shots to right field are going to die in the wind. There's no way you're going to get one out over there. So anything that goes that way, McClintock's got her hands full because she's going to have to fight the wind to be able to find it where she's going with it. So Cromwell up to bat now. One out here, top of the second. Stewart inside. Would have been a ball, but Cromwell takes it and fouls it away. It looks like she twisted something in her leg when she did that. She's holding her leg. I can't quite tell what it is. She looks like she's walking it off. Yeah, she'll get her bat back. She's good. So Stewart here, 0-1 count, throwing at Cromwell. Sends it in. Cromwell fouls it back over the backstop. Strike number 2. Good start here for the Royals. Already got 1 out. 0-2 count on the second batter. Although now we're good. Again, 0-2 count. Stewart has a lot of flexibility on where she can throw here. Try to throw a high, get her chasing, but throws it down the middle. Cromwell takes it again, fouls it back off. Still an 0-2 count. Still 1 out. Nobody on base here. Stewart looks in. Throws it inside. Cromwell pops it up, and that's going to be out number 2. True it again. Yeah, the Royals not looking bad, especially Stewart's pitching looking really good. She's been putting it right where she wants it. She looks like she's in midseason form right now. That one's inside high, but a strike there on Gross. So 0-1 count, 2 outs here, top of the second. Stewart throws it in. Gross fouls it away again. And again, lots of foul balls here for the Dragons. Stewart has just been putting them just out of reach where they can't get a hold of them like they want to. Oh, 2 hits it right to short. Misplayed there by King, and she had it, and when she went to go take it out of the glove, she just misplayed it. So an error is going to get Gross over there to first base. All right, freshman getting her first varsity action. King's a nice player, but you get a little bit nerves here early on. So it's all right. She just played it well and mishandled it, getting it out of the glove. So Engel now up to bat. Straight down the middle. Gross is going to steal. And gets it easily there. Oh, 1 count for Engel. Runner on second is Gross. Stewart high and down the middle, but that's going to be a little too high. It's going to be ball number 1. 1-1 count. Stewart inside, just catches the handle. And that one's going to be fouled away. Make it a 1-2 count. So 2 strikes here for Engel. 2 outs. See if Stewart can get out of this inning with no more runs being scored. Puts it there. Engel flies it up to right field. That one drops, and it's fair. I thought it was on past the foul line, but they're going to say it was fair. That's going to score Gross. Man, that's a tough one. I think Tara thought it was going to go foul, and it just landed in there. Stewart's pitch inside. Ingles going to steal second easily. So 3-0 Dragons here. And again, doing the damage with 2 outs is rough. So, got a runner on second, 1-0 count. Hershey up to bat. Hits that one off the handle over to left. And that one's going to drop. She's going to get it to second. They call it. Oh, he called that one. He called that one foul. Hey, thank you. So I get a delivery of Cokes and hot dogs here. So 1-1 count now. That one's high. She drives it out to Truitt in center. That one is going to drop. Line drive. She's going to stand up double there for Hershey. Another run scores. And she got a hold of that one nicely. So she thought she had it on the swing before, but that one does going to drop. And again, now the Royals find themselves in a 4-0 hole here on top of the second with 2 outs and a runner on second. Dies back up to bat for the Dragons. Sends that one high. Are we going to be able to make a play on it? No. That one's out of there, so call it strike one. So die, 0-1 count. Stewart's already thrown 41 pitches. We're only in the second inning here. Nice low down the middle. One thing I've already noticed here, it's only the second, this ump has given him a nice wide strike zone, which I kind of like here early in the season. Makes your players get used to a wider strike zone rather than a narrow one and having to adjust the other way. Stewart sends that one high for her first ball of the at-bat. So 1-2 count. 2 outs here, top of the second. Dragons lead 4-0. That one's high and drops out of play. No harm either way. So still a 1-2 count. This inter-county rivalry, I like this game being the first game of the season. 2 teams get it underway. You always have a great crowd, good crowd here tonight. That one jacked right back up the middle to Truitt in center. And try to score. I think Headley lost track of Hershey where she was. I think Headley could have had her. She would have just been a touch quicker. But that's going to be a double there from Dye. Again, more runs scored with 2 outs. Umpire cleans off the plate for us. Now Miller up to bat. 5-0 Dragon lead. Dye out there at second. If you're watching, we got about 40 people watching. Chat with us. Talk to us where you're watching from. If you're cheering on the Royals or the Dragons. Miller sends that one up to the right. And that one's going to get snagged. Nice catch by Cheyenne Evans to end the inning. And so here at the middle of the second inning, the score, New Pal 5, Eastern Hancock 0. You're watching the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
Yeah. I only had a little bit.
Look out! Whoa!
I'm going to continue my momentary break here to, I'm used to doing like basketball games. You get halftime between quarters that you can eat your popcorn, drink your Coke, but softball, you really don't have a lot of downtime to do that. All right, so bottom of the second. Royals back up here. It looks like Nico Engelking stepping up to the plate. Eubanks high on the first one. Second pitch here. Swing and a miss for Engelking. Makes a 1-1 count. She thought that one was outside, but catches the corner of the plate. Strike number 2. 1-2 count here for Nico. Wild pitch. Nice snag there by Trebley to keep it from going behind her, although with nobody on base it wouldn't have mattered. But still a nice snag. Two-two pitched here to Engelking. Pops that one up, out of play. Still 2-2, no outs here in the bottom of the second. New Pal Dragons with the 5-0 lead here early in this game. Two-two pitch right down the middle and a strikeout looking. First out of the inning here for the Royals. First pitch there low is a ball to McKenna Stewart. Swings at that one. It was a little high. Chases it. It'll be strike number 1 for her. Kenna's going to be a Blue Devil next year, signed with Central Connecticut State to go play softball next year. You'll be able to watch her in college. Long line of Royal softball players who have played in college here. That one's low, ball 2. Swing and a miss on that one, strike 2. Two count here to Stewart. 1 out here at bottom of the 2nd inning. Fouls that one right back at us. Keeps it at ball 2. The pitch fouls that one back. It's going to be out of play as well. Keeping it alive. Two pitch. 1 out. That one's high. Makes it a full count for Stewart. Right now, we just need to get girls on base. Get girls on base, good things start happening. So, right now, we only had 1 girl on base so far. So, I don't care if it's a walk or a hit. Let's get there. Oh, that one looked low, but they call it a strike. That's going to be out number 2. Man, that was close. Man, 2 outs. Brooklyn Headley now up to bat. Strike 1. Second one, Brooklyn gets a bat on it, fouls it back out of play. Strike 2. 0-2 count. 2 outs here now for the Royals. So Eubanks with the pitch. Wild pitch. Gets by Trebley. Keeps Brooklyn alive here. Or as my daughter calls you, Brooklyn. I don't know why, but my 6-year-old daughter, she's now 6, she had a birthday this week, thinks that Brooklyn's name is Brooklyn. I have no idea where she got it, but it's cute, so we're going with it. That one high and outside. Ball number 2. That's where Eubanks, when she's missing high and outside. I think she's trying to catch the edge, and when she's trying to do that right now, she's getting too much rise on the ball. Although that one was high in the middle. Went from an 0-2 count to a full count here for Brooklyn. And again, same thing I said with Kenna. Let's just get on base here. That one's high. Ball 4. So Brooklyn Headley gets on first. That's what we needed there. Macy Martin now up for the Royals. As we wait here, make sure we have plenty of extra balls here. It's been foul ball central today. All right, so now Macy ready to go. Oh, that one was high, but he called it a strike. So 0-1 count here, 2 outs, bottom of the second inning. Brooklyn's going, wild pitch. Trebley can't do anything with it. Brooklyn steals second. I guess that's not Brooklyn. That's Lily Ringer. Lily Ringer is injured, but she is able to be the courtesy runner. So Lily steals second. Another high pitch. Macy Martin now with a 2-2 count. Strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Royals got on base, got a runner to scoring position, but couldn't do anything with it. And here at the end of the second, the score, New Pal 5, Eastern Hancock 0. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
One thing I love about 9-Star is seeing how much this cooperative gives back to our community. They are always sponsoring and supporting our youth organizations. This is a huge part of our community and makes it a great place where we live. Encourage everybody to realize what an asset this 9-Star cooperative is. They give back and they have so much to offer.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
Thank you, 9-Star. I want to thank all of our other sponsors, Dave's Express Care Car Wash and Grill, NASA, Neighborhoods Against Substance Abuse, Paxton Farms Sweet Corn. Coach is having a discussion with the umpire here. Take another look here where our radar's at. Looks like we're still in the clear, still not into Indiana just yet. We get ready to start the top of the third. And it looks like we've moved Nico Engelking to the mound. So I need to change that. That's not Stewart, that's Nico. So get the freshman some experience here. Stewart moves over to first base. Cheyenne Evans over to third. So Eubanks, the pitcher, up. That one high, but going to be a strike. Engelking. So 0-1 here for Eubanks. Sends that one high into left center field, and it's going to be caught. Nice catch there by Mason. McKenna Mason gets under it for the first out of the inning. And Engelking doesn't have the speed that Stewart does. I mean, that's just the freshman versus senior. Senior's going to have more speed, going to have more strength, but Engelking with nice control. And if in these windy conditions, you can really put it in some spots, make them pop it up, and then get under it for the easy fly out. As Tweedy's up to bat now. Tweedy was 0 for 1 in her first at bat. And it's good experience here early in the season to get the freshman thrower into the fire. Another one low there. 2-0 count. You get her this experience here in these early games. These early games are great to win, but in the grand scheme of things, they don't mean anything. It's not for a conference title. It's not for a sectional title. So you get them the experience now so that they don't have the jitters later. That's a nice pitch for Ingle King. Strike number 1. Tweedy watching it. 2-1 count now. Nobody on base. Straight down the middle. Tweedy sends it out to center field. And that one was caught by Truitt. And again, what do we say? Any other day of the year, that's probably a home run, but these 25, 30-mile-an-hour winds that we've got right now, just keep that thing from getting out of there. And that's 2 outs quickly now. Truitt was right back by the fence. High, popped up there by Trebley. Is it going to stay in play? Nope. Trebley was 0 for 1 in her first at bat earlier. That one was inside, just caught the handle of the bat. Flipped over, tries to beat it out, can't do it. And that's going to be 3 up, 3 down. Nice job for the Royals. Here's the replay on that. Weirdly zoomed in replay that I'll have to fix here. Hold on. We'll blame Joe Paxton for that. Obviously his fault. So nice job. That was Mason over there. Just moved, or no, that was Cheyenne. Cheyenne was over at third. Scoops it up. Sends it back over to Stewart at first. Nice job. Nice out. There we go. And so we go to the bottom of the third. No damage done there after allowing 5 in the first 2. Step aside. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here, bottom of the third now. And that's going to be Tara McClintock up to bat. And again, Eubanks has been all over the place. As she puts that one in the dirt, it bounces away from the catcher. One 0 count here. That one high across the middle of the plate, strike 1. Second one inside, nearly catches Tara's foot. Ball 2. Straight down the middle, just a little late on her swing. Nice cut, but cut too late. Strike 2, 2-2 count, no outs. Here for Eubanks. Right down the pipe. Tara can't catch up to it, and that's going to be strike number 3. And it's a strikeout there for Eubanks. Mason's up to bat now for the Royals. Camera messing up on me there, sorry. Strike one. That one's high, ball one. Gets the end of the bat on that one, but gets it right to the right fielder, Cromwell. Nice poke by Mason, but just wrong spot on the field. That's going to be out number 2. So bottom of the third, 2 outs here. Eubanks to Hannah Whitgren. Hannah fouls it off. Hannah's 0 for 1 in her earlier at bat. Eubanks so far 2 2/3 innings pitched. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. That one's low for Whitgren. That one's high for Whitgren. 2-1 count now for Hannah. I just like seeing the Whitgrens healthy. Hannah and her brother Connor, I feel like both, when they get injuries, they always tend to get them at the wrong time, like right at the start of the season where it wrecks the whole first part of their season. So good to see both of them finally healthy, because it's one of my favorite families. 2 great kids in Hannah and Connor. 2-2 count. Hannah sends that one, but fouls it back. Stay alive. 2-2, 2 outs, bottom of the third. That one low, gets behind the catcher, another one in the dirt. Trebley can't grab it, and that's going to make it a full count. 3-2, 2 outs here for Whitgren. Hannah's an experienced batter. See if she can keep a good eye here. Let that one go. Ball 4. So Hannah over there on first. We'll take it. It's going to put Cheyenne Evans at the plate. Man, she would have killed that thing. Just missed it right there. That one catches the corner of the plate. Strike number 2. So Evans down 0-2 in the count here to Eubanks. Eubanks, when she's had this, has typically gone outside. There, sends one down the middle. Cheyenne fouls it away. Still 0-2 here, bottom of the third. That one, going to call it a ball. It looked like he wanted to call it a strike and then decided not to. He kind of lifted his hand up a little bit and changed his mind. So 1-2 count now for Cheyenne. Hits that one past the third baseman. That's going to be a single for Evans. First hit of the game for the Royals. Moves Whitgren around to second. Evans on first. Nice poke there. Goes right underneath Dye's glove. That brings up Truitt. We let the Dragons score with 2 outs. Let's see if we can get some runs in here with 2 outs. As the wind's starting to pick up here. Right down the middle. Truitt was 0 for 1 at her first at bat. Struck out. Pokes that one over to the New Pal dugout for strike 2. So again, runners on first and second. 0-2 count. We've been in this a couple times, it feels like. Come on, Emery. Let's make something good happen here. High and outside, ball 1. Again, the wind really starting to pick up here. Emery pokes that one up, but right to the second baseman, Gross, and that'll end the inning. Royals can't get any across, and so we will move to the 4th inning with the score, New Pal 5, Eastern Hancock 0. You're watching the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
All right, back here getting ready to start the top of the 4th inning. Royals trail 5-0. Really haven't played bad on the defensive side, just only 1 hit through the first 3 innings. That's been kind of the difference so far, is unable to really get anybody. We only had 1 runner in scoring position. And so that's been what's happened here. I mean, again, not a bad job on the defensive side. Probably only give up 3 runs. We had, I think, 1 error so far. So I believe we should have Cromwell up. Here, we still have Ingle King on the mound. Looks like it. First pitch is high, ball 1. That is Cromwell at the plate. Nico looks in, airmails that one over Brooklyn, but again, with nobody on base. Not a big deal there. 2-0 count. Inside on the handle of the bat, she fouls it away. Strike 1. 2-1 count now for Cromwell. Nico, since it was high, that would have been a ball, but Cromwell takes a swing at it anyway and fouls it away. You know, sometimes we talked about how Ingle King, just great control, just doesn't throw quite as fast as Stewart. Sometimes when you've been hitting off of a faster pitcher, your first at bat, sometimes you want to take slices at some balls you probably shouldn't when they're coming in just a touch slower. And that's where that control comes in. So Ingle King doing a nice job putting them right there and strikes her out. Cromwell with the strikeout. Just like that, she had her 2 foul balls were probably pitches she shouldn't have gone for, but she did. That leads to the first out here for the Royals. Good job. Gross up to bat. That one's out. Well, that was outside. He didn't say anything, but he signaled strike, but that one was outside. They called it a strike. Okay. That one was a ball. Gross kind of hugging the plate a little bit, so that's maybe why it appears like that first one was too wide, but the second one looked like it was good, but not by his count. Pokes that one back at us. Foul ball makes it a 1-2 count. So again, if you could get them off the field here, I know only one out, but pokes that one right down the third base line and beats out the throw. Bad throw, though, and Gross is going to try to get the second, and McClintock holds the throw. And so she would have gotten to first on the – let's watch the replay. I probably got too late. I did get it way too late. That's my bad. She gets to first on the hit, but gets to second on the throwing error there. And Gross has already got 3 stolen bases, so watch for her to try to steal third here soon as Engel jacks that one into past the foul line to the left side. Engel's 1 for 2 so far. Got an RBI on her one hit that she had. 0-1 count here for her. Engel King looks in, winds up, delivers. That one's going to be popped up, and that one would have been in play, but the wind blew it foul. Like if there's no wind or if there's normal wind, normally our wind blows from right to left on your screen out there to left field. That one would have stayed in play, but not today. These early spring storms coming out of the south. 0-2 count. That one was high and inside, but she smacks at it anyway. Oh, 2 with Gross on second base. Engel King looks for the call. Tells the rubber, winds up. High. Engel lets that one go. 1-2 count now. Engel thought that one was wide, but umpire thinks differently. Let's watch that one. I think that was a good call by the ump. I don't know. You can't really see the plate from where we're at with the camera, so that's 2 outs. Strikeout looking. Hershey up to bat now. Hershey sends that one caught by Evans, and that'll do it. And that's 2 innings in a row now with no runs for the Dragons. Eastern Hancock has stepped up the defense here in the 3rd and 4th inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. The score, Eastern Hancock 0, New Pal 5. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
High-speed internet is integral to everyday life. It's not only just surfing the internet or streaming video, it's allowing people to work from home, it's allowing telemedicine, people to age in place.
One thing I love about 9-Star is seeing.
It'd really help if I would stop pushing buttons while you're trying to watch commercials, because I know that's what everybody wants to do. But I keep doing it. So again, we want to thank everybody who's tuned in today. I am Michael Gallion. Solo today, but we hope to have Joe Paxton doing some games with us here over this spring season. The goal, weather permitting, we kind of looked at the schedule and what we've got. Our goal is to do roughly one game a week, just because it is a rather difficult setup. If you don't realize, when we do away game or when we do home games here in the spring, it is a much more difficult setup than home football or basketball games are. As Nico Engelking takes a strike there. Fouls that one off. I tell people, us trying to do a baseball or softball game is the equivalent of us trying to do an away football game with all the stuff that we have to set up, and we're trying to do it in an hour and a half between the end of the school day and the start of the game. So it's a lot of work. We got to put a little more into it on some of that. So, and weather permitting, it's sometimes difficult. Engelking wisely watches that one go. 2-2 count. Fouls that one back, stays alive. Nico's 0 for 1. That's another high one. And again, Eubanks, I don't know how many batters she's had down 0-2 and then thrown 3 straight balls here to keep him in the count. That one fouled back at us. Ball 4. Engelking's going to take first. We'll get a courtesy runner. That courtesy runner looks like Addie Trackwell. Addie is also out with an injury. She should be back pretty soon. But she is, be good to have both her and Lily Ringer back, because those are probably our 2 most powerful hitters. With both of them out, I'm not going to see near as many home runs. The Royals have done really well here today with those 2 both sidelined. McKenna Stewart up to bat, swinging a miss. Strike 1. Oh, 1, 0 outs here in the inning. Trackwell thought about taking off, but wouldn't have mattered. It was fouled back anyway by Stewart. 0-2. And again, this is where Eubanks has been throwing high and wide. I would expect Trackwell to probably take off, try to steal second, and catch the catcher in a spot where she's got to lunge for the ball. Nope. Strike 3, though. Stewart swing and a miss. Brooklyn Headley now up to bat. Brooklyn walked in her first time at bat. Ball 1 on the first one. Second pitch right down the pipe. Strike one. Again, Trackwell keeps leading off there, but they're doing a nice job keeping her there. Strike two. Trackwell makes it. Nice job by Addie to get over there to second. So 1-2 count, one out here. Trackwell now in scoring position. Wouldn't be surprised if she takes third here soon as well. Brooklyn's going to strike out looking there. So now Trackwell out there on second again. Martin up to bat. That one's low. Ball one. 2 outs here for the Royals. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Clouds are starting to darken just a little bit out to the east, but when I look at the radar, still really nothing in Indiana. Martin gets strike number 2 there. A little bit of stuff up by Lafayette, but stuff that's going to hit us is still in Illinois. Strike 3. That's going to do it for the bottom of the 4th. We'll move on to the 5th inning here. After this word, hopefully just one word from our sponsors.
High-speed internet is integral to everyday life. It's not only just surfing the internet or streaming video, it's allowing people to work from home. It's allowing telemedicine, people to age in place. Internet is really the foundation of what modern life is all about, trying to make our lives better here in Hancock County.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
So we are to the 5th inning now, folks. So if something should happen after this inning, it would be enough innings to call it a complete game. So if we were to get any bad weather, again, we'd have to get through this inning, but once we get through it, we'll have enough time in. But it looks, again, like we're good. I think we've still got probably another 2 hours before the rain starts to hit us, but when it does, it's going to hit fast. So Dye will be up to bat here for the New Pal Dragons. First pitch to Dye, high and outside, ball one. Ingle King still on the mound here for the Royals. Right down the middle, but just a touch too low. Going to be ball number 2. Dye is 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs so far here tonight. Sends that one right to the shortstop. She drops it and can't make a play. Martin had it in her glove, and when she went to go transfer it into her hand, lost the handle on it. And so Dye makes it over to first on the fielding error, and that's going to bring up Miller. And those are the kind of things that we can't have happen if we want to win this game. We can't have errors. It's going to happen sometimes with, as Dye steals second now, it's going to happen sometimes with some of those fly balls with the wind as crazy as it is, but we got to minimize those errors. And again, Martin, only a freshman. We got to play a lot of freshmen here today. Martin, Ingle King, McClintock, all freshmen getting their first varsity action. So They're playing really well for what they're doing, for being thrown into this. That one gets sent out to left center, and it makes it over the glove of Mason. Dye's going to get home, and a stand-up double for Miller. Mason was in a great spot, and again, I think the wind just carried it over her glove. Nothing you can do about that. So now we have Eubanks up, the pitcher. Looks on the first one, lets it go, ball one. Sorry, our camera was spazzing out. Like I said, if you weren't with us at the beginning, we've got brand new internet for the first time out here, and having a couple of just breaking it in kind of issues, you know, with the new internet out here. So typical first game stuff. That one off the handle of the bat, but it goes foul to the right side. So now 1-2 count for Eubanks. Eubanks is 1 of 2 on the evening, whatever you want to call it. So 1 of 2, 0 outs. Miller over there on second base. Eubanks pops that one up. It's going to be the catcher, Brooklyn Headley, grabs it. Out number 1. Nice snag by Brooklyn. Or Brooklyn, if you prefer. So Tweedy's going to be up to bat now. Tweedy 0 for 2 on the day. It's the bottom of the lineup here, 7, 8, and 9. She's 7, so the bottom of the lineup here for the Dragons. Ingle King looks at the call. Foot on the rubber, sends it in. She sends it right back up the middle, and that's going to be a score for Miller. Tweedy's going to get stuck on first. But a nice base hit there for Tweedy as she sent it right back at Ingle King. Martin couldn't get over there to try to snag it over by second base, so good play by her. Tweedy with her first hit of the season. Trebley now up. She's 0 for 2 on the day. The catcher fouls that one off. 7-0 Dragons here. Top of the 5th inning. As we said, incoming weather, but it looks like we should get it in as long as we don't go to extra innings or string this out too terribly long. Ingle King's pitch, low. Steal attempt there is good. Tweedy's able to stand up on the steal. So 1-1 count, 1 out with a runner in scoring position over on second. High pitch gets behind Brooklyn. Tweedy's going to take third now. Two 2-1 count. Trebley again here. 2-1. 0 for 2 on the day, though. He's not made it to base. Sends that one back. Oh, it gets tipped off Ingle King's shoe and bounces over there to Cheyenne Evans. And by the time Evans got to it, she couldn't make a play. And so that's going to be a single there for Trebley, and another run scores for the Dragons. I don't know if that's a single. I wouldn't call it an error. It just hit Ingle King in the shoe. So that can't really be an error. We'll see what the official statistician marks it as. Cromwell up. Wild pitch there. Going to send the runner over to second. I think our statistician's trying to figure out exactly what to call that as well because he hasn't put it in yet. Swing and a foul ball there. Was it foul? Oh, she missed it altogether. Looks like she fouled it. 1-1 count. Again, 8-0 Dragons. Top of the 5th inning. One out here. Runner on second. That one's high. Brooklyn tried to pull it back in, make it look like it was good, but not going with it. So 2-1 count now for Cromwell, the right fielder. Jacks that one, high fly ball right to the middle of the field. Truitt gets under it. Nice easy can of corn, and that'll be out number 2. Emory Truitt has gotten a workout in today. I think that's the 6th or 7th fly ball that she's caught today. Umpire's going to have a conversation here. Not sure what they're talking about. I have no idea what's going on right now. Unless we had did we have an illegal substitution in there? I'm not sure. Eubanks is warming up now. Or did Trebley pull? Trebley must have pulled off the bag. That's the only thing I can think of that she got off the bag. Okay, they're going to say she stepped off the bag. That's what it is. All right. Thank you for the confirmation. So now we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Royals trail 8-0. Sorry for the confusion, but it's not like basketball where, the refs come over and talk to the scorer's table, or football where they signal the press box. We're just confused, So at bat, Tara McClintock is up. Fouls that one away. So 0-2 here for Tara. Swing and a miss, strike 3. No, wait, that was strike 3. I was going to say, I thought that was strike 3. So 1 out here. Now Mason's up, McKenna Mason. Lines that one, or bloopers that one up to Engel, the shortstop. Engel handles it. Nice contact there from Mason, but unfortunately gets it right to the shortstop. That's going to bring up Hannah Whitgren, number 35, second baseman. 2 outs. Strike 1. Sadie Eubanks, she's got some speed on that. Our girls are just a little behind some of these pitches. Hannah pops that one up. Is it going to be catchable? No. Whew. Drops just foul on the right side. Second baseman, who's that, Gross? She's got some wheels. She almost got there. Yeah, we've seen her steal, what did I say, 3 bases already? Yeah, she's got 3 bases stolen, so not a bad day for her. Now Whitgren pops it up. That one snagged by the left fielder or the right fielder Cromwell, and that's going to be 3 outs. So a quick bottom of the inning will take us to the top of the 6th. The score, New Pal 8, Eastern Hancock 0. You're listening to the Eastern Hancock Sports Network.
What makes 9-Star so unique and so special is not only their people and their service, but their business innovation. And they've taken it one step further. Now they're in the wastewater business, looking to expand services in a way that can benefit consumers, that can benefit their customers in this community. Is really quite unique and fabulous.
9-Star is a different kind of company, and the difference is you.
So top of the 6th here for the New Pal Dragons. They'll be up to bat. Should be Gross up to bat for the Dragons. Engel King's pitch catches the corner. Strike 1. That one blooper right there to short, and Gross beats it out. Hit it right to Martin. Martin just stumbled just a second. Gross gets over there to first. That's going to bring Engel up. High ball. Gross is going to steal again, her 4th stolen base of the day. Engel pokes that one out, drops down right in front of Truitt. Gross looking to score. Right there, Headley with the tag. Nice job by Brooklyn Headley. Great throw by Truitt. Nice tag by Brooklyn. And no dice there for Gross. Engel gets on second, but we get the first out of the game, or first out of the inning there. Nice throw by Truitt. Great job, Brooklyn. Low pitch, ball 1, not 2, 1. That one's popped up, out to right field. Tara couldn't field it. Wind changed direction. And now we got runners on second and third with Hershey is going to be up to bat. So runners on second and third, strike 1. There for Hershey. Or no, that's Dye. Sorry, Dye. Hershey's on second. I looked at the wrong thing. Hershey's on second. Ingles on third. Dye is on up to bat. That one bounces. Nice job, Brooklyn, getting it knocked down. That one inside, fouled away. Call it strike two. One-two count, one out. Ingle King looks in at Dye. Throws it high, hit right back up the middle, sneaks through, and that's going to score just one. So that was just Ingle that got home. So 9-run lead now for the Dragons. Runners in the corners. And Miller up to bat. Miller, 2 out of 3 with a pair of RBIs. Inside, ball one. High, ball two. One out here for Ingle King. Miller watches that one. Gonna say that one was outside. Three-oh count. Ingle King right there, but Miller doesn't want to take it. 3-1. Again, Miller 2 of 3, 2 RBIs. Ingle King's thrown 52 pitches for the Royals. It's that one. Can we turn the double play? No, we can't quite get there. Let's watch this one. So Martin scoops it up, gets it over to Whitgren. Whitgren with the nice play, but a little low on the throw over to Stewart at first. I don't think it would have been in time anyway. And so I guess you can kind of call that a sacrifice there. Oh, nice play there by Ingle King. Snags it. That's the third out. But Newpal gets to 10 runs. And we'll go to the bottom of the inning here. Bottom of the sixth. Newpal leads 10-0. We do our Dave's Express Care trivia question. I don't have a graphic made because honestly I thought the game might get rained out, so I didn't make one. But this one has nothing to do with softball, but since we just got out of winter sports seasons, I thought I'd do a winter sports trivia question. Our wrestling team, coached by none other than the famous Sam Poff, won the Mid-Eastern Conference title this year for the first time in school history. Who is the team in our conference, in the Mid-Eastern Conference, that's won the most wrestling titles? You got a 1 in 9 shot. I'll give you a couple that have never won. So Shenandoah, Union Modoc, and Blue River have never won. So who has won the most wrestling conference championships? Coach Poff is going to try to go for this goal. Trying to build a dynasty here at Eastern Hancock. So if you know it, that's our Dave's Express Car Wash question here, trivia question. What school in our conference has won the most MEC conference championships? Looks like we have a change pitcher. I think Moore is now up. Eubanks is done for the day. So Cheyenne Evans at the plate. Moore wide on the first one. Cheyenne pops that one to right field, and it's snagged by Cromwell. Cromwell having a nice day out there in right field for out number 1. Emery Truitt's going to be up to bat now. Got one guess. Most MEC wrestling titles, first guess is Cowan. It's not Cowan, although Cowan's won the last 5 up until this year. So Cowan's a good guess. They've been good recently. Emery pokes that one foul. That one's a little too high, ball 1. A couple other substitutions. We got, besides Moore on the mound, Tessa Moore, the sophomore on the mound, we have, as this pitch comes in, that one is hit over there to Gross. Gross flips it over to first base for out number 2. We have Gooden, that's Lindsey Gooden, behind the plate. She is the junior. And we now have, let's see who's up next after, can't tell who that is. Ingle King, there we go. Oops, not 1-1. That pitch, Ingle King flies it up, pops up in the infield. It is snagged by Hershey, and that'll do it. 3rd out of the inning. By the way, Carrie Tincher gets the trivia question right. Monroe Central has won 15 wrestling conference championships. So, folks, with the 10-run lead for the Dragons, that will end the game here. So New Pal will win 10-0 here in 6 innings over the Royals. Eastern Hancock, again, I know you gave up 10 runs, but it was a good game on the defensive side. We just got to get those bats going. And I know we've got some injuries. We've got some girls out. We'll get the bats going. It's going to get there. This is a really good New Pal team. This is a we will be fine moving forward, but a good experience. Again, we talked about the freshmen that were playing here. Tara McClintock, Nico Ingleking, Macy Martin, all freshmen. Cheyenne Evans got some action last year, but not a lot. Brooklyn Headley, a lot of new names on here getting some action that haven't been put in a varsity softball scenario a whole lot. So I really liked the way our girls played tonight. I thought we played with a lot of heart. I thought we played well. A couple little mistakes, but you have 1 or 2 bounces that go differently, and this game could be a 4-0 game right now. So really proud of this team moving forward here. They did a nice job. We've got a couple games coming up. So the Royals will be at Anderson on the 7th, and then back home against Triton Central on the 8th. That should be Monday, Tuesday, I believe, of next week. If you're a Dragon fan, they will be at home against Triton Central tomorrow. That'll be Thursday. And then they are at Brownsburg on Saturday. 11 a.m. is the start time there at Brownsburg. So We want to thank everybody who tuned in. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. Hope everything went well. Thanks for bearing with any of our technical issues and things that we ran into. I am Michael Gallion, and I will see you next time.